conversions, apart from just because of the fact we haven't got the thank you page, where we can't put the cookie into the thank you page and track and say that was a direct result of that ad. You know what I mean?
And that makes it really difficult to track ROI on your ad spend, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a couple issues here. Number one, you're competing against like the biggest players on the planet with the Walmarts of the world, right?
Yeah.
And Lego themselves. They're all competing for the same keyword phrases you would be targeting, and they have such like billion-dollar ad budgets. They don't care if they lose money on that just to acquire their customer. So, are you tapped into the whole digital marketer world?
Yes.
Okay, so you know Ryan Dice's world.
Yes. I subscribe to his monthly fee on his. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm one of his certified partners. Okay.
Yes.
To give you some of my background, and I actually help run his high-end mastermind group. I'm down in Austin once a quarter at his digital marketer headquarters and all that fun stuff. So he has this saying that he who is willing or able to spend the most money to acquire a customer wins. And right now, Walmart and Target and Lego as a company are willing to do that. They have billion-dollar advertising and marketing budgets. And that's who you're up against.
Yeah.
So that's issue number one. Issue number two is that the ads you're driving them to is Amazon themselves, like you said. So there's no way to track your ROI, which is a big, big problem, right? Because then you don't know to throw more ad dollars to it. You when to scale because you don't know what's actually converting and when. The third issue, which is kind of related to the second one, is because you're driving traffic to Amazon, when they land on your page, what pops up at the bottom is similar products that are competing directly with yours. So in effect, what you're doing is throwing advertising dollars and losing those visitors that you brought in as leads into Amazon, and they're going off to other businesses and becoming their customers instead of yours.
Hey Dave. And excuse, I came down with laryngitis yesterday. But
oh gosh, I hear that.
I know. But I did want to mention one thing, is that a couple of weeks ago, we on all of our paid ads, our Google ads, online videos, whatever, we pointed the buy button to one shopping cart so that we could clearly tell anything obviously coming through one shopping cart was through our Google ads, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what we were seeing was the same thing, in that if you look at the open rate's high, but still not converting into sales.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a data point.
Do you have the landing page that you're sending them to in one shopping cart? Do you have that link that you can send me through Skype?
Yes. Hang on.
Okay.
Well, you do it, Brenda. You're better at that than me.
Oh, okay. Well, we had several different landing pages. Let me get out here to WordPress, but I think we sent you all the URL links. I don't know if you have it handy or not.
I don't.
Okay, no problem. Let me get one of those.
Was that where would you have sent those? Was that in the Facebook thread?
I think it might have been on an attachment on the Facebook thread early on, I think, Dave.
Okay, let me just go in there and take a look real quick.
Yeah, and I'm going in where I can pick one up too.
Oh, the attachment, was that your, oh, hold on. Oh yeah, I have one here.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Are they, I'll paste what I have in here. I just want to make sure we're talking on the same.
Sure.
Talking on the same ones. Okay, those two there. I have a couple there.
Let's see. Yep, those are a couple. Yep.
Are you sharing screens there or not?
No, I just put it into the chat box.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, there was a series of them. There's one we had Lego sorter.
Hi, I'm Peter.
There's about 5 boxes or 5 different landing pages.
And we did have the other one with the American American woman accent on some of them too that we tried, but Brenda thought that my voice was had far more pulling power.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah, that is true.
which I don't know if that was right or not, but like it's
Accents are always
yeah.
a curious beast. People like them. Okay, so you're driving traffic to these, and then you would buy at Amazon.
Then you'd go. Then we'd send them to
No.
Amazon,
No,
and that would
not.
yes.
Well, no,
no.
we sent them. They went through one shopping cart, and then we went and did our FBA order through Amazon to send to them.
Yes, that's right.
So that was mine and Peter's way of trying to have some kind of tracking on how the ads are doing, because we knew that if it came through one shopping cart, it was a result of the ad. So there again, we had our click-through rate is high. I mean, people would love to get those rates, but it wasn't converting to sales.
Okay. Couple things here. Okay, so on this one landing page that I'm on right now, so it's boxforblocks.com. It's the first link that I shared with you, lego-storage.usa-wb, that one.
Okay.
So you have a couple conflicting calls to action here, because if you go on that page that I just mentioned, your buy now button is buy at Amazon, and that drives them to Amazon.
Oh, whoa! I'm so sorry. when we paste the ads down, we went back and changed everything to Amazon.
Yes. You know, because we've changed it since.
Yeah.
We've changed it since. We were sending them to Amazon, but no, we were sending them to the shopping cart, but we have stopped doing that because it wasn't. We weren't getting the click throughs. Like we was basically we weren't getting the click throughs through to the shopping cart, and it was just strange. Like it's.
So if it's what's interesting though, if you go on the first link,
just share your screen with us if you like. Can you do that or not? Will it go to both of us or not?
Yep, that's a great idea.
Well, what we did, Dave, was we put the budget on the ads down to almost nothing, and then this is when we knew that we were going to be working, getting some insight from you, and then we went in and just pointed everything to, I think changed them back to Amazon in case that there was a page out there anywhere.
Gotcha. But I just checked. I think it's because we have multiple people on the call. It's not allowing me to share my screen for some reason.
Okay. All right.
But on that link, the first one in the chat box, and then I just shared it again, what's happening is you have it on, and maybe this was just an oversight when you switch them back, but the first buy now button is to Amazon, and then if you scroll down to the end of the page after your testimonials and your FAQs, the buy now button goes to one shopping cart.
Oh.
Okay.
So you have two separate.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's interesting.
That's definitely going to hurt your conversions.
Yes. But like we've only got at the present time, we've just wound our daily budget back to $1. So it's not going to be huge.
They're not used, and I guess either that was an oversight or the page didn't refresh, but we'll definitely check all those.
Sure. Yeah. So I would double check that. The good news here is like your video on YouTube. You got like tons of YouTube views. On the one I saw, it was like, I don't know, 97,000 views or something like that.
Yeah.
97,000. So that's fantastic. How many YouTube videos do you have out there?
There's about 4 or 5, isn't there, Brenda?
Yes.
Okay, so a quick way to bump up the views on those. Now, don't forget, YouTube is owned by Google.
Yes.
And YouTube in particular is Google has really evolved to become quite sophisticated in its search capabilities and what it returns in terms of the search results. YouTube, though, is still a bit of the Wild West. And you can kind of hack it easily a lot more than you can kind of game the system a lot more than Google, and Google still allows you to do so. So when I'm on your current YouTube video, and I'll pop in the right link. So once again, we're talking apples to apples here. Mm-hmm. Some really quick wins you can do. So it's this link here on YouTube, which I think is your main video that appears on your landing pages. It's the one you talking, Peter.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Now, what you can do, the title of the video is Lego Storage and Sorter Box, great for organizing Legos. All right. Now, the trick on YouTube is when you want to rank for a given keyword, if you do the keyword research for this and see what the most popular search term is for, and whether it's Lego Storage Box or Lego Storage Solution or Lego Sorter Box, whatever that word is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put that in 3 places in your YouTube videos. So you can rank for, if you have 4 videos or 5 videos, let's assume 5, then that's 5 separate keywords you can really target.
When you say you put that in your videos, do you say you mention that in your videos, or do you put it in your description?
In the description, you want to put it in 3 places.
Yeah.
So put it in the headline.
Yeah.
You put the exact phraseology that you use in the headline. You put the exact same thing in the description.
Yes.
And then you tag it with the exact same thing.
Have I not done that with that?
No, that's why.
Okay, no, because I did it with one of them just recently. Which one was it? I thought it was. It might have been that. Yeah, but it might be the how to use one or something. I went through and did that, and because I was I did watch. What did I watch? I'm pretty sure I watched it on Digital Marketer, because they were talking about doing it in conjunction with Sendwire. You know how, and then you go out and you sign up to all the the social networks, and then you link back from those to that video on YouTube, and then you have a call to action on your YouTube video in the form of a cards or a what's another word that they use it where you put it. But you know.
Annotations. You want annotations in
annotations, yeah. But, and that, like I read that, and funny enough, Brenda and I were just talking about that before we came on, and it's a case of, and really to rank on Google, you've got to do that and get your videos ranking on Google for those keywords, and because then that gives you better exposure because it shows the video.
Exactly. So, and so it might be really, really competitive to rank for, let's say, Lego Storage Box just by itself on Google, but if you ranked the exact same thing, Lego Storage Box, on YouTube, it would show up on Google, and you can rank
for it. Exactly, and that's what I was. Funny, we were just having this conversation before you came on. Like it's
so that's the strategy. Yeah. Now, the other big, huge thing you're missing is there's no link to your website in your description. You have it in the video itself, but you want to make it easy for you. So you get tons of views here, 97,000 views, which is significant, but you're not giving them a way to get back to your site unless they have to manually type it in because that's what they see on the video, but there's no link they can click to it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that, this must be one of the videos. Like I went through and did one of the videos there. And I also put the information I was reading. They says when you do your description, you don't do it. Of course you don't spam it and going back, but you also put, I put a link through to a great review we got, and I also did another link through to another authority type site from that. On that description, and I'm just trying to think. Hang on, I suppose I could go in there now and just have a look and see where I did that. Wait on. Just bear with me, Brenda. Explain to him, will you, Brenda?
If I could talk, I would.
Hang on, I'll just go into YouTube. I'll just see if I can find. We've got to go into it.
But I'd certainly revisit all your YouTube videos and use the strategies I just mentioned, putting the keywords in those 3 places: the title, the description, and then tagging them.
And would you, like with each one, would you say with maybe target a different keyword in each video?
Yes, I would.
Okay, and so just make. Hang on, which one is the? You're not into our channel, are you? Have you got access to our channel?
Your YouTube channel, you mean?
Yeah, I'm just having a look here. I'm just going to open this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one here that I did. I went through and did it. Lego Sorter Box, show more. Yeah. If you go into this one here. Oh, shut it. Can you hear that? I don't think you can. I can hear me. I can hear my voice. Here. Go into this one here.
Okay.
Hang on. It's just coming through now. Right, and this is how I've done it. And just see if that's what you're talking about there. And I'm sort of... I love the box for blocks. Yeah. See what I've done there. He goes.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Right, and then I put.
Yeah, with the links. Okay, so you got the links there. Yes, that is much better.
And have I got a link to? Yeah, I've got a link to my website because, like, really, I'm just trying to think where I thought I saw this. I think it might have been I was just watching a guy on YouTube, and it was, as you can see, I only did this a couple of weeks ago. But we've really got to go and do that. You see, I've put a couple of links through to some high authority sites, and also been through to ours at the end. You know, and that's really was on the advice of what's. But is that the sort of thing you're talking about?
Well, with the links, yes. But, for example, the title of this video is Lego Sorter Box, Ideal Lego Toy Storage Organizer to Keep Kids' Rooms Tidy.
Yeah.
If that's your title, I would use that exact phraseology, like copy and paste, and put that into the description. Because into
the first line of the description.
That's right. Make it almost like a headline of the description.
Yes, okay. All right, yeah, that's easily fixed, yeah.
Yeah. And then tag it with Lego Sorter Box, Ideal Lego Toy Storage Organizer, and all the components of that headline.
Yes, and then that was just something interesting that I also, as you can see, I can talk the talk, but it's what they said is to go through and say search Lego Sorter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see what site comes up first. When you do it, Lego Parts Sorter version 1, that's at the top, and you see the most popular search there, and then you put the name of that video as one of your tags, and what happens is when their video stops playing, our video is immediately the second video that, at the end of that video. You know how it usually goes on to playing the next video in the list. Well, if you've got that as a tag, it'll play the box for blocks one straight after it. So
exactly. So if I search on Lego Parts Sorter, there's one that pops up called Lego Parts Sorter version 1.0, and their Lego Parts Sorters and keywords. So you use that as now they got 11,000, almost 12,000 views.
Yes.
Right. So that's probably a good keyword to put for yours.
Or do you find the most popular, most recent video in that, and I don't know. Yeah. So that's okay. No, it's just but this is just. Yeah, and all this is doing is going to we want to just rank our videos, because Google will really push that into the front page of Lego Sorter. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll drive more traffic to you. Absolutely.
Yes.
So just make sure your website link is on all of those videos.
Yes. And would you put annotation or a card? There's this new card thing that they're talking about, which we actually haven't done, Brenda, have we?
No,
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I would do two annotations, one at the beginning, one at the end.
And an annotation and a card, or just use the card? Are the cards more successful than the annotations?
That's worthy of testing.
Yes.
But as long as it's some kind of pop-up overlay on the video with a call to action with a link that they can go to.
Yes.
That's what you want.
And because you don't pay for those, do you? You don't pay. It doesn't cost.
No, it doesn't cost any extra, and it'll boost your conversion rates. Right? Because not everyone is going to go down and click on the show more button to show the more description where you have all the links in the example you gave me, right?
Yeah.
But if they're watching the video, they can't help but see it.
Okay, that's got taken care of the organic search side of things, because if we do this properly, like, we'll pop up in the, because let's face it, there's not a lot of search for Lego storage or Lego sorter or that sort of thing, but all we want to do is dominate that page, like, to make sure when people to go there, they see our our a link to our product, and so or our video. Now, in regard to AdWords, where
can I interrupt for a second? Just before we get up on that topic, with those annotations, you want to do one at the beginning, one at the end, but the one at the beginning especially, you want to show it, have it pop up at like about 4 or 5 seconds into the video, and have it stop at about second like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, within the first 15 seconds of YouTube showing your video, if people click off it, that means it's not relevant to them, so you don't pay for the ad. But if you have your annotation, if you have your annotation there and they click on that, you don't pay for the ad yet, you get the traffic.
But do you pay for the, but with the annotations, you're not paying for the annotations, are you?
No, that's what I'm saying.
But anywhere in the ad, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can put them up within the first 15 seconds, and if they click on it, you don't pay, but you get the traffic.
Right. And Peter, he's actually very well versed on that. That's what we were doing with the Vero ads, Peter, to where to get them to jump off the ad.
Is it 15 seconds out? Because it was 30 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what we, yeah.
So now you're getting free traffic, free sales essentially on YouTube's dime.
Yes, but that is on-screen ads you're talking about. But that's got not annotations though, is it, Dave?
No annotations. You can in the annotations you can put a direct link.
Yes, I know, but with annotations, are you paying? Are you paying for the click? You're not at any stage, are you?
Nope. They pay for the ad driving to your video if they watch more than 15 seconds of it.
Yes, but what I'm saying is with the annotations, an annotation is not a in-screen ad, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's just a feature YouTube allows you to put there for free. So take advantage of that fact and get free sales out of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And the cards are very similar, but they've just a different layout. We haven't actually looked closely at that, I must admit.
Yeah. So that's how I would approach that. And you were going on to say, what about the AdWords side of things?
Before you guys go there, Dave, is there any advantage or disadvantage if we have them click over to our website or go directly to Amazon? Is there any perception that Amazon is safer or anything like that?
There could be, but from your site, you're just directing them to Amazon as well, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just asking from just a perception. Is there an advantage to sending them straight to Amazon, or should we send them to our website?
I'd be inclined to send them to your website because then they can learn more about you. That's where your story resides. They learn more about your product specifically, and you're not competing. And then send them to Amazon, because if you send them directly to Amazon, then you're competing directly with everything else on Amazon that is competing with your product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? But if you indoctrinate them to your brand, to you and your story, if they're clicking through your website, learning more about your product, they're more inclined to, if they learn more about your product and they like it, when they get to Amazon, they're a little more leaning towards you rather than anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just one other question before we get too far away from it. On that one landing page that you went to, just from first impression, if you kind of scan down the page, do you have any feedback on the changes that you would have made, or?
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as the best laid out landing page, to be honest.
Okay, well, share with us, because we have thick skin.
You might have. Yeah, no. we're just sort of really following. I suppose really we've been just following what we've been reading, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. It's not bad. I like the testimonials. As I scroll down, the layout actually gets better, but a full 50% of people will never scroll down. That's why it's so important to have your call to action above the fold, and above the fold is the part on a website before you start scrolling.
Yeah.
That's what you see. So I like the layout below the fold, to be honest, and maybe it's just me, but I'm not crazy about those the check boxes and the lunch boxes. To me, it's too. I would separate those out. I like the idea of bullet points. I wouldn't necessarily put them in the boxes like you have there.
Okay.
I would separate those out, give a little more white space. It looks too congested. And that's when people tend to bounce. If they can't get or understand, you have literally about 3 to 5 seconds to capture someone's attention and why they should stay on the page and interest them, right? Yeah. So if they're overwhelmed by all this text in their face all at once, where it's really cluttery, they're more inclined to bounce.
So just have the headline, maybe as a sub-headline, the video and the buy box.
So Dave, are you saying that, I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. I understand what you just said about too much text hitting them, but are you saying that to actually take some of the information off the page, or just reformat it on the page?
I would reformat it.
Okay.
I'd get rid of those, instead of having those the long vertical section of the boxes all in orange immediately below the check mark. You have the check mark and then all this orange.
Yes.
I find it a little assaulting on the eyes, to be honest.
Okay.
I would just remove all that, make them individual. Green seems to work well. Green or green, just make green check marks.
Yeah.
Get rid of the boxes altogether.
Yeah.
And just have the text there with more white space in between it.
So just move those bullet points down below the video and the buy box.
Yeah, I would even put switch those. Put the buy button up where the side of the video where the check marks are.
Okay.
And those are called benefits, right? The bullet points, you want to have them really benefit laden.
Yeah.
Have them maybe immediately below the video.
Okay.
I wouldn't have them all in bold. Maybe have where you have it. And see, you're kind of screaming at them too, right? You have it bolded. You have it boxed. You have it in all caps, right?
Okay.
So tone that down a bit.
Okay.
I would in all caps. That's fine. You can even leave that bolded, but I would unbold the description after that,
Okay.
right? Get rid of the boxes altogether. Just make it check marks. Try green check marks. I think that would, and have a decent amount of white space in between each. When you unbold it, that'll help with the white space and make it look uncluttered.
Okay.
And if you stretched out, if they weren't in boxes and you stretched the sentences out a little longer, that will help them stretch more horizontally instead of vertically and allow for that impression of less clutter.
Gotcha. Okay. That's great feedback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So just moving on away from the AdWords, like if we are going to use, like of course we're also using Facebook advertising, which it's been reasonably successful, but like we're still just not finding the G spot with it. But like it's the other thing is, in regard to AdWords, do you think we would be best to concentrate on GDN? And
when I had my technicians and my PPC managers go in and check your campaigns, they realized what was happening here, and to be honest, they recommended, like, if we were to take you on to manage your Google AdWords campaign specifically,
yes,
they suggested we wouldn't take you on as a client because you're competing against two big, the biggest players, and they advise sometimes PPC just isn't a good fit as a strategy to get traffic. And yes, that's what they're suggesting here.
Okay, that's great because this is something that we have sort of made when we saw the thing is because like what we just to give you an idea of what we've just sort of made a slight change in strategy now is and which we've done to a certain extent over the last few months is we're targeting mum bloggers and getting them and just doing product reviews and that, but we're looking at trying to encourage them to advertise their product on their site where our target market is. As an Amazon affiliate,
right.
And that's really just from what you're saying, would that be a recommendation? Do you think that's a good move, or?
I do, if you can get them on board with that, because mommy bloggers, they carry huge weight. I mean, the more popular ones out there, and we're parents as well, so we can relate, and it comes across as so much more credible when they endorse it, especially if you're able to ship them a free copy of the product like you did to me. Give them one, let them play with it with their own kids, see how their kids react to it so they can see firsthand. So unfortunately, I'm not a mommy blogger. Otherwise, I'd be doing that for you, no problem.
No, and that's exactly, and I think that's it sort of reaffirms what we're doing, Brenda, doesn't it? Because it's
and we are building some good relationships with some of the bloggers. So
right. Have you had much uptake? Anyone accept you on that offer?
Yes, we have, but like as you say, some of the major bloggers. And we're sort of targeting them a wee bit at the moment, but like without going to the huge ones, but we're sort of trying to get to the second, third tier down ones. Of course, there's a lot of mum bloggers out there that love doing product reviews because they love getting free product, and
sure, why not?
It's just sort of vetting that. We use Thomason. Thomason's been a great source for us, and plus we're now looking at different mum bloggers outside of Thomason to target. So it's all interesting stuff, and it's but like I know this hasn't got much to do, but so like, have you any other suggestions where maybe we should be looking, or where do you think we could?
Well, and this is more a business strategy. One of the biggest things I see is that you're not quite a business as much as you are a product. You have one single product.
Yes.
So you have nothing to upsell, nothing to cross-sell, nothing to downsell, nothing to splinter off from this product. If you're familiar with, again, the concept of a splinter funnel, where what can you offer as a lead magnet? If you weren't selling this product directly, like I love to send Google AdWords traffic to a landing page that gives someone something for free, like a lead magnet.
Yes.
Right? You have nothing available for that unless you wanted to create like a PDF download or a free video or something, but it's
there's not much you can do. Like you're asking questions that I ask myself every night between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning.
So if you can expand your product line somehow, or maybe offer different sizes, that's.
But like again, it's costs, and like really, this is a product that we've like my wife and I have developed, and we've got invested basically our livelihood into getting where it is now, and it's
right. Is it at least providing you a livelihood? Can you live off this?
Just yeah.
Sort of doing anything.
So really, like we've only got to sell, as I said, we've only got to sell 30, 40 products a day, considering the size of the market, and we're sort of about 50-60% of the way there. But like it's, we've just got to lift it to get it to that next level, and I think really it's just interesting to see. We just, as I said, we just got to find that next thing. Like as you can appreciate, like every mum in the country needs to find out about that. Like, fair enough, you might have noticed in your research that Lego have developed a product similar to ours. That does the same concept in the shape of the Lego head. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. Well, that was a direct result of me talking to a toy distributor in Australia who immediately ripped off the concept.
and that's the other issue you're facing. I mean, are you familiar with the? It's popular. I don't know if you guys have it there, but well, Brenda, you might know. Shark Tank. Do you know that series?
I watched it last night.
Oh, there you go. So we have that up here in Canada. We also have something called Dragon's Den.
I'm aware of Dragon's Den. Yeah.
So those kind of shows, you got to ask yourself, if you were in front of that panel, in front of the dragons or the sharks, what would they be asking you? What would you be responding? And then how would they respond to your response?
Yes, exactly. And the question they would ask is saying, what sort of protection have you got on this product? You know, and like really, but the bottom line of our product is that, as I keep saying, Fred Flintstone used to sort rocks out in the quarry, using the same concept, grading rocks into different sizes. You know, like and this is what happens, and this is what with this toy distributor. You know, they wanted the Asia Pacific rights to it, and we went over to Melbourne and walked out of the office. They were straight up to China, to their manufacturer in China, because they had the contacts up there, and they were already licensing Lego products, and they developed that Lego sort and store. You know, but you look online, the comments about the Box for Blocks are better. But of course, these guys are in retail too, of course. But like but there's a big market, and so that, like in some ways, we are best to try I suppose it's I know Brenda doesn't agree with me, but we're best to try and promote the product as the small guy against the big guy, and tell the people that this is so good. You know, it was like that famous Remington ads, I thought the company was so great, I bought the company, whereas I thought the product was so great, I ripped it off,
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
I am so glad you brought this up. Dave is an independent person, because Peter and I have this great debate from time to time. And I'm a big girl. I'm willing to accept what I hear. But
are you asking me to settle a long-standing debate now? Is this where this is, Brenda?
I always and if I'm wrong, tell me. I'm fine with that. But I always push back on Peter about taking the spin about the small family Kiwi business. And what is your view on that? Does that help you or not help you?
Well, there's a couple points to the story. Now, I did go on your website, and I noticed you did include your story on your About page or wherever it is on your site, right? That kind of stuff is fantastic because stories sell, okay? I would encourage you to even expand on the story, or if there's any kind of more rags to riches spin you can put on it, fantastic. So that part of the angle, Brenda, is excellent. What's not so excellent, and this goes against Peter's argument, is necessarily pitting yourself, the big guy, against the small guy. Because at the end of the day, and don't take this the wrong way, but the customer doesn't care. They just want the end solution to work for them. They want the right product, and they want to know that they're not getting ripped off. So wherever they find value, that's where they will go, whether it's a big guy or a little guy. And that's why Walmart is so popular, because they market themselves and they are a discount store. People go towards value, and there's good value there.
Okay, and so really the thing is we've got to do that, and the fact is that we make the product locally in the US up against the Walmart.
Yeah, there's another thing here. I mean, because you're sourcing it in the US, your margins are going to be a lot thinner, right?
Yeah, well, it's not really, Dave, because like as I said, you only go to Asia when it's labour intensive. The Box for Blocks is not labour intensive, it is machine intensive. And as you can tell by the shape of the box, is that it's also not freight friendly. Like it costs, we pay, it's oversized, it's so it's expensive to ship. And so, you know what I mean? So, really, my way I've set up everything is that we manufacture in close proximity to our point of distribution. And as I said, when you've got it set up, you can put, once you've got the 5 components made, well, you can put them in a cart and you can do 5 or 10. We'll say you can package one up every minute, so that's 60 an hour, but like that's cheap, like it's 60 an hour at $15 an hour is not much difference between 60 an hour at $2 an hour, really, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
By the time you've got to freight it from China into the US and stuff like that.
So there's a couple things that come to mind that would it'd be a big change in your business direction, but it's worthy of consideration, I think. And those couple things are, number one, I have direct sourcers in China I can put you in contact with that could drastically decrease your cost. You got shipping on top of that then. But that could work to your point where, you only want to manufacture things in China with a lot of moving parts. Not necessarily. Their labor force is so cheap there that it makes the cost of shipping it back over here worthwhile. That's number one. And I can put you in contact with some of our sources over there if you're interested in pursuing that.
Yeah.
Number two is, what if you were to redesign the product such that, right, because it's pretty light. It's just plastic. But you're right, the prohibitive part of it is shipping this bulky box, which isn't necessarily heavy, but it's space intensive. What if you were to redesign the product? It's in a perfect cube, right? It's not rectangular.
Yes.
So if you redesign the product so that each side of the box could snap together, and it has to be assembled on their end so that all the pieces, when they're disassembled, lay flat, which would maybe stand up maybe an inch or so, and then your shipping costs go way down, and so do your space costs. Because
you're talking basically about a $200,000 investment in tooling.
It's a whole product redesign, but it's one.
Yeah, no, it's just not in the equation at all at the moment, and it's. Like as I said, I know how I would redesign if I ever had to, but I don't. And the thing is, the more parts, the more it'll break. You'll have returns. This here we have one return in about every. Not breakages. It usually gets broken, and if there's anything that might get damaged in delivery. Which that hasn't happened. That doesn't happen now much with Amazon because they put it inside another carton as well. So not that the ones you would have received would have been like that. So
they were actually. It was a box inside a box.
Okay.
We packed them that way. Those were packed by me and my husband.
So you hand back those. Okay.
Yeah, no. That's a whole different story. Like our problem now is we've got a product there. Right? We've got it. We've got the infrastructure in place. We've got the the margins just work. Amazon keep moving the goalposts a wee bit. We used to have the product under the $40 price point, but we had to put it up because our costs went up from Amazon by $3 a unit, and
now that's the other area I was there. Now a couple other points of consideration here. Have you tried bumping up the price any higher, like to $49.99, for example?
No, I haven't, and it's which.
Well, we just went up from
39
to 42. Right after the holidays because they increased the shipping cost. But,
right. When you're looking at product pricing, what you want to do is incrementally increase the price until you see price resistance. And that's, is your upper limit. But then, until you do that, you're potentially leaving money
on the table.
Tens of thousands of money on the table. So why not incrementally, bump it up a buck every 2 weeks and see what happens, and see if your numbers go down.
We can do
so
that.
If
you're
if you're selling 10 a day, for example, and it stays at 10 a day, even with these incremental price increases, well then you're not experiencing price resistance. You only stop, and you don't even decrease it. You just stop. Maybe you decrease it a buck or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
But I think you see where I'm going.
I don't think
The biggest, like I know, I'm not being negative, but I'm always looking at from the customer's perspective, and especially with our setup through Amazon. Like Amazon reviews are so important to your success through Amazon. And then if all of a sudden they start getting bad reviews saying, oh, yeah, it's too expensive, which, as we've already had a couple of reviews where people say, oh, way too much money for what it is,
But
and it only takes a few comments,
Those are few and far between.
Yeah, they are few and far between,
If you look at our feedback, Amazon customer feedback, companies would die to get the kind of feedback we get.
Right.
So
and those reviews are really important. I completely agree.
So we can do what Dave suggested.
Of course we can.
That's an easy test. That's just an easy price test that you can implement and stop when your sales go down.
Because the thing is, it's not as though people are coming. Like normally they've been there, and like as I said, with our Amazon sales, most of our sales, once we've got our biggest advertising advantage is it's got great word of mouth. People buy the product, they show it. People say, "Oh, where'd you get it? I got it on Amazon." Bang, they go into Amazon, and then that's it's not as though they go back and say, "Oh, crikey, that's gone up, and it's.
Yeah, but people who bought the product typically aren't return buyers. It's them giving endorsements, and their friends are going to buy it, right?
Yes, exactly.
They're not going to notice a $2 or $3 or $5 increase.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's endorsed by their friend. I paid $40 for this thing, and then they go on Amazon and see it's $45. They're still going to go get it. That's not.
Yes.
Well,
I think you're right.
And plus, they get free shipping.
Well, yeah. So that's included in it. So that's.
Yeah,
for sure. Now, the only other big area of opportunity I see for you guys is that you don't have a dedicated sales funnel for this. Meaning, you're handing everything off to Amazon, and I realize that's for fulfillment purposes. But if you were able to control the sales process in-house much more strongly than you are now, it would require a funnel build-out, but then right now you're not capturing any leads in terms of email addresses. You're missing a massive opportunity here by getting people developing a huge email list that you can then remarket to.
Yes, we know. I know.
So that's one of the big. I think your better use of ad spend would be directed towards a landing page dedicated to a lead magnet, which they opt in for, and maybe the lead magnet is the instant, like an instant storage solution kind of lead magnet, right? Free report reveals how to instantly get your kids to clean up your Lego or something like that. Whatever. I'm brainstorming off the top of my head here.
But this would be more AdWords targeted, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you were going to do that, mind you, you could say. The only way I can think of doing it is putting the price up to $49.99 and offering a 15% discount coupon. Sign up to get a 15% discount coupon here, and then sending them through the one shopping cart route.
Right. If you're you wouldn't really have anything to offer as a tripwire because the tripwire is a low ticket item because this is your core offer.
Yeah.
Right. So, but what you could do is get them on the list, and then I'm trying to think.
Hey, can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
Because basically, our other thing that we're slowly in the process of putting together is I own the domain name Toy Storage Tips, right?
Okay.
And that's what we're going to set up as an authority site.
Okay, that was one of my other recommendations.
Oh, rubbish. That was my idea. and that's really, so we basically set up, this authority site, and then we promote Amazon products or Hayneedle products, and we set that up as an affiliate site. But on each page, on the right, as a widget ad on the right-hand side of the page, we will put a sign up, advertise the box for blocks. As they go out of the page, we'll put an exit page whereby sign up to win a free box for blocks on Facebook and actually get them onto Facebook. Because, like, do you think it's so these days, especially with retargeting now, is it so? I know the email side of it is huge, but people are getting a wee bit adverse to putting their giving their email address away, whereas with the retargeting option, they come on there and you get them onto your Facebook as a fan on Facebook, and then they're more likely to read, every time you do a new post or something like that, you can put it up on your Facebook ad, and that's on your Facebook page. Sorry, not the ad, but it's.
No, it's a fantastic strategy.
Yeah.
But what you want to do though is get them into your funnel and build your email list, so then you can target people who have already raised their hand as well. Right. Ideally, you want to do both strategies. You want to retarget them for sure.
Yeah.
Get them to know your brand, and the more they see it, I mean, you talk to any advertising specialist, and they'll tell you that it takes at least 7 impressions before it makes an impression. 7 times for people to see something before they act on it. Right.
Yeah.
So by doing the remarketing, absolutely helps with that. But then as you grow your email list, now you control them in your funnel, in your platform, instead of Amazon's. And by doing that, even though you don't have a tripwire, this isn't such a heavy lift from going from an opt-in to like a PDF on how to organize some storage organization solution, right?
Yeah.
Which includes Box for Blocks, of course. But then you get them on your email list. You can hit them up over and over again in various ways that doesn't offend them, especially if you have your authority blog. Then you're sending them new content articles to the people on your email list, which of course upsells Box for Blocks.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Now the other thing, the profit maximizer, you can add on the back end of that. Like, for example, you saw my picture, you sent 2 of those, which was awesome, 1 per kid. You saw in the picture how much Lego we have, right?
Yes, I did see how much Lego you had, yeah.
And that was the clean version.
Yeah, yes. That's going straight onto our Facebook page, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, there you go. You have my full permission. You go for it. But if you saw the picture, Brenda, I have a whole room that I built for my kids just dedicated to Lego, so I can close the door and not have to see the mess.
Wow.
So my point is, 1 box, a lot of people who want 1 box will want a bundle of 3.
Yeah, and we see that.
Upsell.
Yeah.
That's what you upsell in a proper funnel that you control. That kind of
And it's the grandparent market is huge for our product. The grandparents love buying it for a gift, So, but it's just, as I said, it's just that we've just been sort of so frustrated in the fact that we just need something to, we need that bite, and then just, to get it on, and that. But what you're telling us is interesting. It's fantastic, actually. Well worth the price of 2 Box for Blocks.
Yeah, there you go. I'm glad I could offer some value. I'm sorry I couldn't offer any more about the PPC campaigns, because really, like I say, my managers have said this isn't something we would want to take on as if you were to come to us as a client, we would actually refuse. Not against you, just because you're competing against such big players with endless budgets that it doesn't make sense, and you're throwing your money away at it.
Well,
Thank you for that advice.
I think it kind of solidifies what we were thinking.
Yeah.
But we needed someone else to look at it.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. And certainly the way you're going about it by directing traffic to the Amazon instead of controlling your own funnel. If you implemented your own funnel with a proper lead magnet, and if you could come up with something that could act as a tripwire, and you know what you could do? A tripwire could be a paid webinar. It's not necessarily a product, but it is of sorts, right? You can show it in action. You could it's basically a glorified sales letter, but adding value, right?
Yes, I know, but it's not the sort of thing that would, the thing is on YouTube. They can go on YouTube and they can go to the website and see it in action, can't they? it's
Yeah, it goes back to you're not in a business, you're a product. That's what you have.
yeah, exactly. And like you're asking all the questions, like as I said, that I would have been tuned over in my brain 1,000 times trying to find the.
Well, if it helps point out some of the issues you're facing or validate them, move you in a different direction than you're pursuing now, then hopefully it's time well spent.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's right. I've got you. You're on my Facebook. You might get the occasional message from me. What is your email address, Dave? Because you can go on my list.
Well, I'll give it to you, but don't put me on your list.
Yeah.
Give me a sec here. I'll just type it into the chat box.
Yeah, excellent. It's going to be the most expensive box of blocks you've ever bought in your life. You realise that, don't you?
Yeah, there's my email there. And if you have any other questions, sorry I couldn't be more help. I'm not sure it's exactly what you wanted to hear.
That is exactly what we wanted to hear, actually, wasn't it, Brenda?
Yeah, we kind of had come up with some of the same conclusions, but we needed someone that is really experienced to validate that.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's very comforting just to know that you're on the right track, or again, just to validate your assumptions. So happy to be able to do that for you, and let me know if I can help out in any other way, shape, or form.
For sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Dave.
Yes.
Thanks very much. And I'll hang up here, Brenda, and give you a call back shortly.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
Okay. Thanks very much, mate. Bye.
You're welcome, folks. Thanks so much for connecting.
And go the Flames.
Go Flames, go. Darn too.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. How good was that?
Very good.
Hey?
Yeah.
Just the fact of him saying, he says no. When he says they wouldn't handle it because they couldn't, so that was really good to get that information. But now what we do know is we're pretty good AdWords experts too, so that's...
Well, to his point, and I'll give it some more thought too, is we can come up with a freebie, some kind of article or something, and we can get those opt-ins. So
yes, but I would still wonder if we think we might be best to do that through Toy Storage Tips.
Possibly.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, because that's the sort of thing, and that's where we get them. What the thing is, what we'll do, I think, with the Toy Storage Tips, is say, sign up, go into the draw here and send you enter the contest to win the box of blocks.
Yeah, but we may be talking the same thing, but what he was suggesting was that we could do an AdWord and push out a landing page with a URL. With an opt-in box for a free report or free something to get subscriber list.
Yes, but as I say, I might be wrong, but my personal view is I think unless there's something that you're really interested, you've got to be an authority. I know Maura signs up to like a lot of health stuff, and she'll sign up to different stuff like that, and I sign up to golf stuff, but like as far as what can our what I mean, and it's just got to really find the.
We might do that when we have Toy Storage Tips up.
Yeah, with Toy Storage Tips, I think it'll be easy because we can use the box for blocks as the tripwire. Because like really, and there's no problem saying, right, you can get, sign up for the, join up to Toy Storage Tips, go in the draw to win we're giving you a free box of blocks away every week, blah, 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 or whatever. And sign up like that, and that's easy.
Yeah.
So that's, I thought that was really, really good. So it's nice guy. I can tell that he was going to be a guy that just from the way he looked a bit of a hard case on his, from what you saw on his. Did you see his ad on the? Did you see on Facebook?
No.
Where was it? He sent the video. They sent the shot through of his kids here. Hang on, I'll just share my screen here. You see it there? Yeah, so.
Yep.
I just said, awesome stuff. The secret NASA trained them to use it and tidy up their own mess. Yeah, right. Exactly. You see the mess. Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. Excellent.
Wow.
So, well, look, we've got there's a few things we've got to do, and but should we? Are you free tomorrow?
I don't think I'm going anywhere tomorrow afternoon. How about you?
I'll be. I've got to play golf at 11:30 tomorrow. I think it is, we'll get on for a couple of hours in the morning if that's all right. Is that okay?
Yeah. What is tomorrow? Friday? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Hey, before you get off, I want to show you something. Let me.
We were talking about that SIN wire and that sort of stuff before.
Yeah.
So really, we can just. I think we should just go in now and just get rid of all that. And any online advertising we'll do, we'll just do it as you say. We'll just do it through sponsored posts and sponsored ads and on just through Facebook, I think, because we know that's going to our target.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes. Oh, cool. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you're okay with what I'm going to propose.
Yes.
This is our April contest that will end.
Yes.
I think it ends tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. We're giving away 2 boxes, but these 3 people have really busted it.
Yes. So we'll give one away to each one of them.
So I'm gonna, if you're okay with that, I was gonna say we're not giving away 2. We're giving away 3 because of all the tremendous participation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now where do those emails go, Brenda?
They go into Heyo.
Yes.
And then I export them and have them over in a folder.
Yes.
So we've got 3 or 4 lists that has 100 or so, or in this case there's more, I think.
Yeah.
That we're building a remarketing list of some sort.
Yeah. So this is by far this is the way we've got to go. Is just give away a few boxes. And just do what we're going to be concentrating on doing now. It's.
I think it's between Facebook.
And mum bloggers.
Yeah, and the bloggers, because I keep asking on the analytics. Facebook is where our most traffic is.
Yeah.
So, but I'll go in and actually disable all the ads so that we're not even spending $1 a day.
Now, is there any? There's no information that we can take. Yeah. So there's no information we can take off out of that. We can take out of Facebook because we've got the. What about the retargeting? No, this is Facebook. What about the AdWords retargeting lists and stuff like that? Have we got those lists?
No. It's just like we don't have Facebook's custom audience lists. We can target and add to them, but we don't know who they are.
Okay, but if we shut down those, we want to keep that AdWords going. Just to keep access to those lists, do we? And we'll do a wee bit of retargeting to the Facebook.
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
AdWords
Yeah.
list.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, exactly. So we'll leave everything over on the Google side is set to $1.
Yes, and I think we'll just leave it like that.
So we'll leave it like that for now.
Yes.
And then we'll look at, we do have, we got a little bit over 1,000 in the teacher remarketing list
Yes.
that we can push an ad out to.
Yeah.
And we can,
And is that a result from the AdWords or from Facebook?
Facebook.
Yeah. So, but the Facebook is like I think we'll just keep doing the Facebook. We'll just watch what we do, but I think it'll be more of a case of boosted posts and stuff like that, won't it? It's rather